Hello students, welcome to maths classes. Today we are doing class 12 NCERT chapter 2, that is inverse trigonometric function, and this is exercise 2.2 question number 5. Write tan inverse square root 1 plus x square minus 1 upon x where x is non-zero in simplest form. Now you are supposed to write this function in simplest form. Now to write this function in simplest form, let us consider this function first. So consider tan inverse of square root 1 plus x square minus 1 upon x. Now our purpose is to change this function square root 1 plus x square minus 1 upon x into some tangent of something. Now to change this function, we are supposed to substitute x is equals to tan theta. If we put x is equals to tan theta, that implies your theta is equals to tan inverse x. Okay. Now your function will become tan inverse of square root 1 plus tan square theta minus 1 upon tan theta. Okay. Now square root 1 plus tan square theta is equivalent to sec square theta, and square root of sec square theta will be equals to sec theta. So your function will become tan inverse of sec theta minus 1 upon tan theta. Now changing sec theta and tan theta into sine and cosine, we can write this sec as 1 upon cos, tan as sine upon cos. It will come 1 minus cos theta upon sine theta. Okay. Now we know two half angle formulas. 1 minus cos 2a can be written as 2 sine square a. Okay. And sine 2a can be written as 2 sine a cos a. These are the two half angle formulas. So by applying these two half angle formulas here, 1 minus cos theta can be replaced by 2 sine square theta by 2, and sine theta by treating theta as 2a, we can write sine 2 sine theta by 2 into cos theta by 2. Okay. Now 2 will cancel out, again 1 sine theta by 2 will also cancel out, and you are left with tan inverse of sine theta by 2 upon cos theta by 2 will give you tan theta by 2. Okay, if theta is equals to tan inverse of x, so theta lies between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So theta by 2 will also lies between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So it is hence invertible, and we are left with theta by 2 only. Now theta you are going to replace by tan inverse of x. So your function in simplest form is half tan inverse x. Now your next question is question number 6. Write tan inverse of 1 upon square root x square minus 1 where modulus of x is greater than 1 in simplest form. Now consider your function, that is tan inverse of square root 1 upon x square minus 1. Now our purpose is to convert this 1 upon square root x square minus 1 into tangent of something. So we are supposed to change square root 1 minus square root x square minus 1 into cot of something, and for that we can substitute x is equals to cosec theta. Okay, since modulus of x is greater than 0, so cosec is invertible and theta will be equals to cosec inverse of x. Okay. Now your function will become tan inverse of square root 1 upon cosec square theta minus 1 Okay, and cosec square theta minus 1 is cot square theta, and square root of cot square theta is cot theta. Now 1 upon cot theta is equivalent to tan theta, and since theta, tan inverse of tan theta, so theta is this will give you theta only, and theta is equivalent to cosec inverse of x. So your function in simplest form is cosec inverse of x. Your question number 7 is, write tan inverse of square root 1 minus cos theta upon 1 plus cos theta, where x is lying between 0 to pi in simplest form. Now, to write your function in simplest form, consider your function tan inverse of square root 1 minus cos x upon 1 plus cos x. Okay. Now, we have two half angle formulas. 1 minus cos 2a can be written as 2 sin square a, and 1 plus cos 2a can be written as 2 cos square a. Okay. So, your function can be written as tan inverse of square root 1 minus cos x can be replaced by 2 sin square x by 2, and 1 plus cos x can be replaced by 2 cos square x by 2. Now 2 will cancel, and you are left with square root of tan square x by 2. Okay, and we know that square root of x square is equals to modulus x. So it will give you tan inverse of modulus of tan x by 2. Okay, now we know that x is lying between 0 and pi. So your x by 2 will also lie between 0 to pi by 2. So in between 0 to pi by 2, your tan x by 2 is positive. Okay, so this can be written as tan inverse of tan x by 2 only. Now since x by 2 lies between 0 to pi by 2, which is in the range of tan inverse, so hence invertible, and your function is equivalent to x by 2. Your question number 8 is, write tan inverse cos x minus sin x upon cos x plus sin x, where x is lying between minus pi by 4 to 3 pi by 4 in simplest form. Now to write down this function in simplest form, consider your function that is tan inverse of cos x minus sin x upon cos x plus sin x. Okay. Here our purpose is to convert cos x minus sin x upon cos x plus sin x into tangent of something. Now for that we can divide numerator and denominator by cos x here. So cos x divided by cos x will give you 1, minus sin x divided by cos x will give you tan x. Cos x divided by cos x will give you 1, and sin x divided by cos x will be equals to tan x. Okay. Now this 1 can be written as tan pi by 4. Okay. Minus tan x upon 1 plus. Here also we can multiply any function by 1, and 1 can be replaced by tan pi by 4. Okay. So we can write our function like this, and we know that tan A minus tan B, tan A minus tan b upon 1 plus tan a tan b. This is equals to tan of a minus b. Okay. So by using this, we can write this as tan pi by 4 minus x. Now, we are going to check this pi by 4 minus x whether it is in the range of tan inverse or not. Our x is lying between minus pi by 4 to 3 pi by 4. Okay. So, minus x will lie in between minus 3 pi by 4 to pi by 4. अगर पाई बाय 4 तीनों में ऐड कर देते हैं तो पाई बाय 4 माइनस एक्स विल लाई, पाई बाय 4 आप ऐड करेंगे इट विल गिव यू माइनस पाई बाय 2, और यहाँ पर पाई बाय 4 में पाई बाय 4 ऐड करेंगे इट विल गिव यू पाई बाय 2. सो पाई बाय 4 माइनस एक्स लाइन बिटवीन माइनस पाई बाय 2 to पाई बाय 2. So hence invertible, tan inverse of tan theta is theta only, so it will give you pi by 4 minus x, and this is the simplified form of your function. Your question number 9 is, write tan inverse of x upon square root a square minus x square where modulus of x is strictly less than a in simplified form. Now consider your function, that is tan inverse of x upon square root a square minus x square. Now to convert, to simplify square root a square minus x square, we can substitute x is equals to a sin theta. Okay, and that will implies that x upon a is equals to sin theta. Okay, and since modulus x is less than a, so x is lying between minus a to a. Okay, and x by a will lie between minus 1 and 1. So hence it is invertible. We can write theta as sin inverse of x by a. Now our function will become tan inverse of x is a sin theta upon square root of a square minus x square is a square sin square theta. Okay. Now this will give you a sin theta upon a square can be taken common, square root of a square is a only, and square root के अंदर आपका क्या रह जाएगा 1 minus sin square theta, that is cos square theta, and cos square theta का root is equals to cos theta. Now a will cancel out and you are left with tan inverse of tan theta. Okay, now what is theta? Theta is, if your theta is lying between, where your theta lies between, let us see, if x by a lies between minus 1 to 1, so theta is sin inverse. Sin inverse theta will lie between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, and this is within the range of tan inverse. So hence invertible, and we can write tan inverse of tan theta is equivalent to theta, and now we can replace theta with sin inverse of x by a, and this is the simplified form of your function. Now your question number 10 is, write tan inverse of 3a square x minus x cube upon a cube minus 3ax square where a is greater than 0 and x is lying between minus a by root 3 and a by root 3 in simplified form. Now to write this function in simplified form, consider your function, that is tan inverse of 3a square x minus x cube upon a cube minus 3ax square. Since a is non-zero, a is strictly greater than 0, we can divide numerator and denominator by a cube. So it will give you 3 times x by a minus x by a whole cube upon 1 minus 3 x by a whole square. Okay. Now we can make a substitution. Put x by a as tan theta. So your function will become tan inverse of 3 tan theta minus tan cube theta upon 1 minus 3 tan square theta. Okay. And this is the formula for tan 3 theta. So replace this with tan 3 theta. Now we are going to check whether 3 theta lies in between the range of tan inverse or not. Since we know that we have made this substitution. Since x is lying between minus a by root 3 and a by root 3. So x by a will lie between minus 1 by root 3 and 1 by root 3. So tan theta is lying between minus 1 by root 3 and 1 by root 3. So theta will lie, tan inverse of minus 1 by root 3 is minus pi by 6 and tan inverse of 1 by root 3 is pi by 6. If we multiply with 3, then 3 theta will lie in between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. And this is within the range of tan inverse. So hence invertible, tan inverse of tan 3 theta is equivalent to 3 theta. Now we can replace theta by tan inverse of x by a. So your answer is tan inverse of 3 times tan inverse of x by a. And this is the required simplest form of your function.